Have you ever noticed how some anime characters are praised so much that their flaws seem to disappear? In the anime world, the term glazed refers to characters who receive excessive admiration, to the point where their morally questionable actions or inconsistencies are overlooked. Whether they're heroes, anti-heroes, or villains, these characters inspire passionate fandoms that sometimes struggle to view them objectively. So, which anime characters get glazed the most? Let's find out. Number 10. Light Yagami, Death Note. Light's descent from a justice-seeking student to a megalomaniacal dictator is one of anime's most gripping character arcs. His intelligence and strategic brilliance have made him an enduring figure in anime discussions. However, many fans ignore the depth of his moral corruption. Initially believing himself to be cleansing the world of criminals, Light gradually transforms into a figure indistinguishable from the evildoers he sought to eliminate. His willingness to manipulate, kill innocents, and justify his actions under the guise of a greater good reveals his true nature. As his power grows, so does his arrogance, leading him to view himself as an infallible god rather than a flawed individual. However, fans often position him as a misunderstood anti-hero rather than the outright villain he becomes. Number 9. Yuno Gasai, Future Diary. Yuno is the quintessential yandere character, infamous for her obsessive love for Yuki Teru. Her extreme devotion, which manifests as stalking, manipulation, and murder, is frequently romanticized by fans. Rather than acknowledging Yuno's actions as deeply toxic and dangerous, many fans celebrate her loyalty and passion. Her traumatic backstory is often used to justify her behavior, transforming her into an idealized love interest despite the significant warning signs of an unhealthy relationship. Beyond her obsession with Yuki Teru, Yuno displays a willingness to eliminate anyone she perceives as a threat, often resorting to extreme violence without hesitation. Despite this, some fans frame her as a tragic figure rather than a cautionary example of possessive and destructive love. Before we move further, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Let's dive back in. Number 8. Johann Libert, Monster. Johann is widely regarded as one of anime's most terrifying villains, a master manipulator who causes destruction with chilling efficiency. His composed demeanor and philosophical musings have fascinated fans, leading to a degree of admiration that often overlooks the horror he embodies. Johann's intellect and psychological prowess are undeniable, but many fans fixate on these traits while downplaying the sheer malice behind his actions. His ability to drive people to suicide, orchestrate mass murders, and manipulate even the most intelligent individuals is sometimes framed as brilliance rather than sheer nihilistic evil. Unlike other villains, he rarely resorts to physical violence himself. Instead, he influences others to commit atrocities for him, making his brand of evil all the more insidious. Number 7. Dio Brando, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Dio is the epitome of charismatic villainy, known for his theatrical monologues and meme-worthy quotes. His overwhelming presence has made him one of anime's most iconic antagonists. However, the fandom often glorifies his ambition and personality while downplaying his extreme cruelty. From his earliest appearances, Dio displayed monstrous behavior, beginning with his abuse of Jonathan Joestar and the infamous act of kicking a dog to death. His crimes only escalate from there, including mind-controlling subordinates and senselessly murdering innocent people. Despite this, fans often highlight his entertaining personality while disregarding the sheer depth of his depravity. Number 6. Itachi Uchiha, Naruto. Itachi is one of the most revered characters in Naruto, initially introduced as a villainous figure responsible for slaughtering his entire clan. However, the revelation that he acted under orders to prevent a coup transformed him into a tragic hero. This shift led to widespread glorification of his actions, often ignoring the morally gray aspects of his story. Itachi's methods, including psychologically torturing his young brother Sasuke and joining an organization that targeted innocents, were excessively cruel. While his ultimate goal was to protect Konoha, his means were unquestionably brutal. The glazing of Itachi revolves around justifying these actions under the pretext of noble intentions, rather than acknowledging the severe ethical compromises he made. Number 5. Saitama, One Punch Man. Saitama was designed as a parody of overpowered protagonists, intended to highlight the boredom and existential emptiness of achieving invincible strength. His simplistic and detached personality contrasts with his godlike abilities. creating comedic juxtaposition. However, many fans misinterpret his character's purpose. Rather than appreciating the satire behind Saitama, fans often engage in debates about whether he is the strongest anime character, missing the deeper message of his story. His lack of meaningful emotional depth and struggle, deliberate narrative choices are often defended as profound character development rather than recognized as limitations meant to serve the series' commentary on power fantasies. Number 4. Remuru Tempest. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. As an isekai protagonist, Remuru embodies the ultimate power fantasy, transitioning from an unassuming slime to an all-powerful ruler. His journey involves rapidly acquiring new abilities, loyal allies, and immense political influence. However, fans frequently overlook the narrative convenience that makes his rise to power nearly effortless. Most conflicts Remuru encounters are resolved with minimal struggle, as his powers continually evolve to counter any potential threats. His diplomatic efforts, which often convert enemies into allies with little resistance, lack the depth of true political maneuvering. Despite these narrative shortcuts, fans praise Remuru for his supposed strategic prowess, disregarding how easily everything falls into place for him. Number 3. Aizen Susuke, Bleach. Aizen is one of anime's most beloved villains, admired for his intelligence, foresight, and immense power. His composed demeanor and sophisticated presence have made him an icon among antagonists. However, the glazing of Aizen tends to shift him from a cruel mastermind to a misunderstood visionary. Despite being responsible for numerous deaths, grotesque experiments on subordinates, and his ultimate goal of overthrowing the Soul King, Aizen is often celebrated purely for his strategic mind and charisma. Many fans argue that he was right in his worldview, minimizing the sheer ruthlessness of his methods. His cold manipulations and lack of regard for human life are often overshadowed by his cool and calculated personality. Number 2. Lelouch Lamperouge, Code Geass. Lelouch is one of anime's most compelling anti-heroes, known for his strategic genius and dramatic sacrifice. His rebellion against the oppressive Britannian Empire and his self-sacrificial Zero Requiem plan have solidified his place as a beloved character. However, many fans gloss over the darker aspects of his journey. Lelouch's path to liberating Japan is marred by countless civilian casualties, betrayals, and ruthless manipulation of allies. His use of Geass to force Suzaku to live, as well as his direct role in Euphemia's massacre, are prime examples of his moral compromise. While the series frames his actions as necessary evils, many fans downplay just how far Lelouch was willing to go, often portraying him as a tragic hero rather than someone who willingly sacrificed innocence for his own vision. Number 1. Goku, Dragon Ball. Goku is undoubtedly one of the most iconic anime protagonists, recognized for his boundless enthusiasm, unwavering determination, and childlike innocence. His journey from a naive Saiyan warrior to the savior of the universe has cemented his status as an untouchable hero. However, fans often overlook his significant character flaws due to their adoration. One of Goku's most glaring issues is his reckless obsession with fighting stronger opponents, often at the cost of universal safety. His decision to spare enemies like Frieza, purely for the thrill of future battles, has led to catastrophic consequences. Additionally, Goku's neglect as a father is often dismissed as mere absent-mindedness. He leaves Gohan and Goten to be raised by others, while he prioritizes training and fighting. Despite these flaws, Goku continuously receives unlimited power-ups and remains positioned as the ultimate hero, while valid criticisms of his character are frequently ignored. While these characters have earned their places in anime history, their excessive praise can sometimes overshadow their complexities and flaws. The glazing phenomenon highlights how fandoms can idealize characters to the point where their negative traits are ignored or justified. Recognizing both the strengths and weaknesses of these figures allows for more nuanced discussions and deeper appreciation of their narratives. Are there any other characters you think deserve a spot on this list? Let us know. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more anime content.